Okay, so I wanted to do a quick video just to talk about these Twitter experiments that I just ran. So, as a reminder, I started a newsletter like 3 weeks ago called English Byte, and it's targeted at non-native English-speaking programmers to help them get better at English. So that's the newsletter that I'm trying to grow. I'm at like 320 something subscribers. And I've been reading a lot about copywriting, and like something that stuck out to me was this book called Scientific Advertising. I'll look it up real quick. Who's it by? Claude C. Hopkins. Read that book, and it's basically like a lot about what it talks about is like testing things and just kind of taking like a testing and measuring approach. I was like, okay, I'm a programmer. I like numbers. I like math. Let's come up with some experiments and see if this works. And so one of the, I guess, premises that I was operating on was this idea of like cold outreach. Because like what I'm trying to figure out is, I'm going to switch accounts real quick. Is like if somebody came up to me today and said, Joe, I have a list of 100,000 people who might be interested in your newsletter. I want to be able to say, cool, with that list, I know that I can, convert, let's say 50% or whatever, convert a significant number. And right now I don't have that planned down. I don't have that like conversion tactic. And so this is the Twitter account that I was using. It's one that I started about a year ago, 2022. It's got 300 followers. It's all in Spanish. Most of the people that follow me are in Latin America. I originally started the account to practice my Spanish, and now I've kind of converted the branding to be around English Byte. So that's the premise, right? And so what I did was I found 40 people. I've been bookmarking these tweets about learning English. So this one has like 500 likes. So then when I go click on the tweet, I go to likes, and I kind of write down all of these names. So I did that. I got like 40 random people. And then I thought of 4 experiments. So the 4 experiments were ask to share. So let me pull up templates so you can see. So I said something like, hey, how's it going? Can we help each other? I'll help you with English. You help me by sharing my newsletter with your friends. How's that sound? So that's ask to share. Add to list and like their first tweet. So Twitter has lists, in case you didn't know. So I started one just called like English Byte Community. And when you add someone to the list, typically they get a notification that's like, hey, Jose added you to this list, right? And so it's like, okay, cool. Maybe that'll convert people. The other one is to tweet at. So not everybody has open DMs, so you can't always, DM them. So like if you go to my tweets, let's see. So like this person, they didn't have their tweets on. So all I did, I went to their profile and I just clicked tweet. And so it starts their name. So I think typically it doesn't show up in the feed, but it's public. So your followers might see it, other people might see it, etc. Cold DMs. So that's only for people who have their DMs turned on. And I think that's it. I think that's the 4 tactics. So I did one tactic each day so that I could, figure out, okay, did this work? Like what drove growth? And I reached out to 10 people per day. So that's kind of how I conducted the experiment. So let me log in. Cool. And so we can see the signups in the past week. So Monday is when the newsletter goes out. Tuesday is when I started the experiments. Wednesday I did the experiments, Thursday, Friday, right? So like you can see like 1 sign up yesterday, 1 Thursday, 5 on Wednesday. Now the hard part though is attributing these tactics to subscribers. I don't want to show the emails on the video, so I won't pull up But if I went into subscribers, you can see like most of them are from Twitter. So anyways, back to the results. So I contacted all these people. Out of the, I believe it's like 40, if we count values. Yeah, so 40 people I contacted, so 10 per experiment. You can ignore this. We'll hide that. The people who subscribed, meaning like I could see their Twitter handle and associate it with an email because like they were spelled the same or whatever. There was 2 of them, so 5%. Which, and again, I don't even know, like, is 5%, like, should I be stoked about that? It feels really low to me. Like, I would have to contact, like, to get 100,000 subscribers, I'd have to contact, like, 1 million people or something crazy. But anyways, so if we go through each experiment. So the DM tactic. One interesting thing about this is, so when you send a DM, you know how you have that, like, other... You've got like well, I don't have any, but you have that other inbox. It's like filtered. So most of the time the message goes there, even if you have Twitter Blue, which I didn't realize. But what I realized though is the people who read the message converted, right? If I go to people who I contacted and read the message who later subscribed, it was 100%. So to me, it's like, wow, if I can find the people with open DMs and I can get them to read my message somehow, chances are they'll probably convert. So that was probably the biggest learning about this experiment. Adding to the list, like that didn't really translate to anything. Tweeting at, some of them liked the tweet, but they didn't subscribe. Asking to share, probably a stupid tactic because it's like, if they don't know me and I don't know them, why are they going to help me? This tactic might work with people who already subscribe or who follow me on Twitter, so I might try that again later. But I think that's kind of the main results. The other hard part is like when I was DMing people, like some of them didn't read it until a couple days later, so it's hard to collect stats. I'd have to go back and check. Yeah, so if I want 100,000 subscribers, I'd have to send 1 million messages. And so Twitter has a rate limit of 500 messages per day. So even if I like quit my job and did this full time or automated it somehow, I could only send 500 DMs per day. So, there's something to be said about that too. There are some tools for automating this stuff, like Phantom Buster. They've got this like tweet likers export, and there's a bunch of other ones too, like auto liker, auto poster, following collector. So like lead generation, like I figured that part out. I think it's more of right now I'm figuring out the tactic. So I wrote down some other ideas, which I might try later in my like second round of experiments. The first one has mostly been like around DM kind of stuff. So I kind of want to try some tweet stuff like writing threads, replying to high follower accounts, listicle tweets, doing some copy work. So looking at viral tweets, kind of writing them, copying them out so I can get the feel for the flow and everything, and then write them in my own voice with my own content. Other DM strategies, cold DM followers of my followers. I don't know if that would reduce the risk of going into the filtered inbox. I haven't tested it. That's not a DM, a contest about free mentorship. DM my followers. That I think could work. DM my followers asking to share, if they know someone. Another one was like doing a contest of like free mentorship. So yeah. So anyways, I wanted to get that out into the world, see what you think, and just kind of share it because it's on my brain. And so, yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and I will share more as I learn.